Good morning, friends. I think this is a season of rape cases being reported time and again. By now, you are sure that the Hathras case in UP, it has become sensational, and so many channels for days together they have been discussing on this issue after Sushant Singh Rajput Singh's case. Next, it's in the same state. The High Court has come to the rescue of a woman who was allegedly subjected to rape by 4 people. Of course, the police did not reach the case. When the matter came to the notice of the High Court, after 3 months, then only they registered the case. Likewise, so many things, so many incidents are happening. Another such incident came to the notice of National Human Rights Commission. And this incident occurred in Madhya Pradesh, not Uttar Pradesh. Those 2 cases, that is Hathras case and the other case, both of them belong to Uttar Pradesh, whereas this case relates to Madhya Pradesh. It is a police station called as Mangalwan PS of Rewa district of Madhya Pradesh state. Here what happened is, of course, a woman was taken into police custody for being accused in a murder case. She was an accused in a murder case. She was taken into the custody of the police maybe in the month in the month of May. So, in the month of May, between 9th and 21st, see how many days she was illegally confined. Between May 9th and 21st, 5 police officers sexually assaulted her, not as a group, but one the other. The first started with 2 constables, then the SHO, then the DSP, and the other person is not known. Total 5 persons, they have sexually assaulted her. Literally, they have committed rape on her. Even though she informed the same to the higher officers, nobody did care. She was not allowed even to appear before the SP because she was an accused in a murder case. Then she was shown the arrest. Incidentally, one woman constable who witnessed the incident, she wanted to actually bring the matter to the notice of the higher officers, but she was rebuked by the local SHO. As such, she has kept quiet. Then this woman was produced before the magistrate. Of course, she could not open, she was sufficiently threatened, she could not open her mouth. Then she went to jail. There, she wanted to report the matter, but the jail authorities also did not take care of the issue. In my presumption, when the judge has gone there, the Lokadala judge has gone for a visit after 5 months. So she informed the incident to the judge, and now the matter has to be taken up. Right? So this information has reached the National Human Rights Commission. Of course, they thought it very seriously because already incidents of rape are being reported time and again in so many places. So the NHRC took notice of the issue suo motu. You may be knowing, according to Section 17 of the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993, the procedure adopted by NHRC is, first of all, they can, of course, they will give notice to the concerned department and they will ask for a report within stipulated time. If the government does not respond, if they don't report the matter in time, or the report is not sufficient, is not satisfying the NHRC, they can take up the matter suo motu. According to Section 12 also, so it is the function of the National Human Rights Commission to conduct an inquiry suo motu or on the petition given by a plaintiff regarding the violation of human rights. So committing rape on a woman, that too in police custody, is a definitely infringement or violation of the human rights, the right to her liberty. Is it not? So Article 21 is violated. So National Human Rights Commission took a serious note of the issue, and therefore they took up the matter suo motu, and they have issued notices to the Director General of Police, then Chief Secretary of Madhya Pradesh, then the Director General of Prisons, Madhya Pradesh, and directed them to get the matter investigated. Of course, the direction is given to the DGP to get the matter inquired by a senior officer not lower than the rank of the DIG. That is what is called a span of control. Normally, if it is entrusted to another SI, there is a possibility, since the allegation of the woman is that 5 people from the rank of constable to SDPO committed the sexual assault on her. So she should be above the rank of DSP. Normally SP, of course, now the Indian Human Rights Commission, they have decided to get the matter inquired by, or the by the DHLL officer. So it's a senior officer. Normally the span of control, the vision by the superior officers is definitely very good, and they can conduct an investigation in an impartial way. That is the view of the NHRC, right? So the report of NHRC says that the woman aged about 20 years old, she is a young lady, a woman 20 years, she was kept in the lockup for about 10 days. In her view, she was there in 10 days. So May 9th to 21st, almost 10 days is sufficient. So she alleged that she was subjected to rape by 5 officials, including the SHO and the SDPO. Including the SDPO. So some other, I came to know that 2 constables have assaulted her sexually in the beginning, right? So even the prison people, when she wanted to inform, the prison people also did not inform the same. Of course, ultimately it came to the notice of the NHRC. Now they have given a notice, right? So why the NHRC has taken it so seriously? Because they considered the vulnerability. Because they are vulnerable, because a woman in police custody, definitely she is vulnerable. A woman in jail, she is vulnerable. Therefore, she was in police custody when she was sexually assaulted. So they are very serious allegations. So the public servants, particularly the law enforcement agencies, who are supposed to safeguard the life and liberty of the citizens, particularly the woman these days, since they allegedly consider the heinous crime against women in their custody, definitely this has to be taken a serious view. Right? Now, let us remember our old cases. So this is a case relating to sexual violence or rape in police custody. So you may remember, rape in police custody, specifically 376 A, B, C, D, they have been told the officer will be held definitely responsible. Why all these things is because you have in this connection, please remember the ill-famous case, I can't say celebrity, it's an ill-famous case of Madhura rape case. So it happened on 12/3/1972 on a victim in Gadchiroli district, I think Daryaganj or some Deshaiganj police station of Gadchiroli district of Maharashtra state. Gadchiroli is now I think it has gone to Madhya Pradesh. Once it was in Maharashtra, right? Gadchiroli, right? 2 police constables by name Ganpat Tukaram. Actually, this girl is a tribal girl. Actual tribal girl. She was working with some Nushi, some woman, Nushi or some Muslim woman. So her brother, he has actually had an eye on this girl, but this girl's brother was not willing. Therefore, reported the matter to the police station. And since they are Adivasis, they are definitely their dialect is also totally different. They came to the Gadchiroli area is totally dominated by them only. Right? So the matter was being inquired into. At that time, what happened is actually they brought the Muslim woman's brother. They have warned him. And ultimately, they asked this matter was settled, they asked these people all to go away. The brother and this victim, all of them were about to leave the police station. At that time, this Tukaram constable asked her to stay back for some time. He took her to the backside of the police station. In the police station itself, he committed rape on her. Then followed by Ganpat, and she raised hue and cry. And having known this, Adivasis gathered there. They wanted to burn the police station. These fellows escaped. A case was registered against them. The result is, please remember, the district court, the trial court, of course, the trial court acquitted the accused, and High Court gave conviction, and Supreme Court also acquitted the accused. It has caused so much of sensation. So the main principle, the main point here is that number 1, she was subjected to sexual intercourse. She was habituated to sexual intercourse. Number 2, that is the main part. We don't want to get in detail. So, second is consensual sexual intercourse. At that time, 1972. So basing on these things, Supreme Court acquitted. Then only consensual consent. If she keeps silent, it doesn't mean that she has not given consent. That's why that consent regarding that amendment regarding consent has come only because of this case. Right, friends? This is a good case. NHRC at least, even though NHRC at least now it has come to the rescue of the woman. Of course, we don't know whether the allegations are true or not. Maybe exaggerated also. We can't say that they are true. But anyway, some inquiry has to be done. Then it will be decided. The DIG level officer, I hope definitely he will do the justice. He will come up with the inquiry report, and then the result will be there. Then whatever what happens, I will let you know. Thank you.